Jupiter has officially left the emotional and sensitive and nurturing waters of Cancer, where it has been transiting over the last year, and it has officially ingressed into the dramatic and fiery and passionate and expressive sign of Leo. While Jupiter was in Cancer, it was expanding all things Cancer. So it was expanding, like, our emotions and like our inner emotional landscape. And it could have also been expanding our sensitivities. And so we may have been feeling like really emotional over this last year because Jupiter is that planet of expansion and abundance and opportunities, and it's also that planet of like, how we make meaning of our experience. And so it's really been highlighting like our heart space and really expanding like that inner emotional landscape again. And so we probably have all spent a fair amount of time like, in our emotions over this last year, kind of like, at the whim of the moon. But as Jupiter moves into the sign of Leo, that means it's going to be a year of expanding all things Leo. And Leo is that sign all about like self-expression and creativity and fun and play and like our passions, those things that just like fill us with life and just like light us up from the inside out. When I think about Leo energy, I think of like this heart-centered, like childlike joy that is just like this purest expression of joy. And so when Jupiter moves into Leo this year, it's going to be expanding all of these things. And so this is a year all about self-expression and like, expressing yourself from your heart and allowing yourself to be seen and be heard and be visible, and really leaning into like that fun and playful and creative side that lives inside each and every one of us, because all of us have an inner child. And so this is really not a year to like play small or dim your light in order to make other people more comfortable in your presence, but rather like, shine bright and allow yourself to like step into the main character role in your own life. So this is all about like sharing your light and sharing your gifts and sharing your passions with the world, and just, expressing yourself from that heart space, because I really do think that the world needs a little bit more of that right now. As with all things, though, there is like a full spectrum to the way that Jupiter in Leo expresses itself. And so while it will be, expanding all that fun stuff we just talked about, like, play and joy and fun and creativity, it can lead into the excess side where it can be like, too much fun, or it can be expanding the side of Leo that can be quite like egotistical, where it becomes like, they feel like they're the main character in the whole world and that the whole universe revolves around them.